I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need.
No one expected the courtroom to fall into such silence. It was supposed to be just another tense custody hearing between Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor, arguing over visitation rights for their daughter Junie. People were ready for the usual back and forth, lawyers debating, papers being exchanged, and each parent insisting they knew what was best. But all of that shifted when the judge asked a single, direct question. Who do you feel safest with? What happened next stunned everyone. Her parents, the judge, and especially her father. Junie leaned forward slightly, her small hands fidgeting on her lap, her eyes heavy with quiet emotion, and softly whispered a name. It wasn't her mother's or her father's. It was Aaron. The air seemed to vanish from the room. People gasped. Faces froze in disbelief, as if time had stopped. Even the adults, so used to controlling the moment, looked powerless. Aaron, seated in the back, looked shocked. Iman's lawyer leaned forward, as if unsure she'd heard correctly. Teyana didn't move, her face composed, but her eyes told another story. A quiet storm of surprise, hurt, and something else. This wasn't just a little girl choosing a favorite person, it was Junie saying where she truly felt safe. To understand how it reached this point, we have to go back to when Teyana and Iman's marriage began to fall apart in public view. What started as love slowly unraveled into arguments, leaked texts, awkward public moments, and rumors of cheating. Yet, through it all, Teyana never openly attacked Iman. She stayed quiet, protecting her daughter from the drama. Even as the marriage ended, she focused on ensuring Junie still had both parents in her life. But peace didn't last. A few months ago, Junie's name began trending online after a voice note was leaked. In it, a small voice told her mother she no longer wanted to stay at her father's home. She said there was shouting, that she sometimes felt scared, and that it didn't feel safe. The recording was heartbreaking. People online were divided. Some believed it immediately, others dismissed it as fake. But Teyana wasn't concerned about public opinion. All that mattered was her daughter's well-being. Instead of rushing to social media, Teyana acted quietly. She reduced Iman's visitation hours without making a public scene and enrolled Junie in therapy. During this time, Aaron Pierre entered the picture. He wasn't some flashy rebound or a man looking for attention. He was calm, respectful, and private. The public first noticed him in the background of a video from Junie's dance recital. Later, he was seen walking with Teyana and Junie at a local event, holding Junie's hand while carrying her jacket. People online began to speculate. Was Aaron just a friend, or was he stepping in as a father figure? Whatever his role, one thing was clear. Junie trusted him. She even began calling him AB, a name she made up title. It was about how he made her feel. According to those close to the family, Aaron showed up for the small but important things. He attended parent-teacher meetings, answered late-night calls when Junie was sick, comforted her when she was upset, and told bedtime stories. He wasn't trying to take her father's place. He was simply there, consistently. Over time, Junie began to heal. Aaron stayed out of the public drama. He posted an occasional old photo with Junie and a heartfelt caption, but never addressed the leaked voice note or the growing tension. Iman, however, believed Teyana was trying to turn their daughter against him. When Teyana filed for full custody, citing safety and emotional concerns, things escalated. Her legal team came prepared with evidence, dates, documents, videos, and records. Still, the judge wanted certainty before making a decision. That's when the judge decided to speak privately with Junie. No parents, no lawyers, just Junie and the truth. Though that conversation was meant to remain confidential, a court clerk later shared what happened. The judge asked where Junie felt most comfortable and who she liked being with. Without hesitation, she answered, Aaron. The internet exploded. Some praised Junie's honesty, while others criticized Teyana for allowing another man to become so close. But those who truly knew the situation understood. This wasn't manipulation. It was a child choosing peace over chaos, kindness over stress, safety over fear. Iman reportedly stormed out of the courtroom, feeling replaced. But that's where he misunderstood. No one had taken his role away. He had simply stopped being present in the ways that mattered most. Meanwhile, someone else had stepped in quietly, offering stability and care. Junie's choice wasn't about hurting anyone. It was about protecting herself. Even before the courtroom moment, her teachers had noticed changes. She was more relaxed, more open, smiling more, and drawing happier pictures. That kind of transformation doesn't come from manipulation. It comes from feeling safe. Throughout it all, Aaron avoided fueling the drama. When asked by reporters, he stayed silent. The day after court, he posted a single photo. Junie drawing, her face peaceful, her curls bouncing. The caption read, "Her birthright is peace." It said everything without needing more words. Teyana also posted just one sentence. "My child always had my whole attention." The internet rallied behind her. Influencers reposted, celebrities left likes, and for a moment, timelines were filled with messages about peace. But the legal battle wasn't over. Iman filed an appeal accusing Teyana of turning Junie against him. The court ordered both Junie and Iman to undergo evaluations. In the end, child psychologists confirmed what Teyana had been saying all along. Junie had been showing clear signs of anxiety. She admitted she still loved her father, but being around him made her nervous. His loud voice unsettled her, and she never knew what mood he would be in. She told the psychologist that after spending the night at his house, she often had nightmares. The professional recommended that any time spent with him should be reintroduced slowly and only under supervision. When the final custody hearing arrived, it was surprisingly short. The judge granted full custody to Teyana, giving Iman supervised visitation, along with regular progress reports. While Aaron was not given any legal rights over Junie, the judge did acknowledge him in the ruling, calling him a steady, positive influence during a difficult time. It was the closest thing he would get to an official thank you. After the decision, Iman went live on Instagram. His face looked tired and tense, his tone defensive. Staring straight into the camera, he said, "I didn't lose my daughter. I'm still her father." But the comment section told a different story. Most people had already formed their opinions. They knew a child can stay quiet out of fear, and many felt Junie had finally spoken her truth. Neither Aaron nor Teyana celebrated publicly. They didn't post victory messages or give interviews. Instead, they kept going with their daily lives, maintaining the stability they had worked so hard to create. For Junie, it wasn't about taking sides or fueling drama. It was about safety, being listened to, and knowing her voice mattered in a room full of adults who often spoke over her. Online, however, the story wouldn't die down. Timelines were filled with opinions, arguments, and even romantic speculation. Some claimed this was the start of a love story, imagining Aaron as more than a father figure, maybe even Junie's future legal father. Rumors of wedding bells swirled, painting Teyana as a woman starting fresh. But she never encouraged such talk. Instead, she posted a simple video. Junie at the piano, her small fingers stumbling over the keys, while Teyana's laugh could be heard in the background. The caption read like a gentle reality check. This wasn't breaking news, just real life. No drama, no hidden hints, just truth. Aaron wasn't a temporary presence. Even without an official title, he had become a permanent fixture in their lives, and Junie's choice had been entirely her own. She hadn't been pressured, coached, or bribed. No one told her what to say. In a courtroom where grown-ups were pulling her in different directions, Aaron had stepped back and given her space. He didn't push for her affection or try to claim her. He never treated her like an object being fought over. With Aaron, Junie didn't feel trapped between two parents. She felt safe, supported, and noticed. That's not to say everything became perfect overnight. Co-parenting still brought challenges, court orders could change, and emotions sometimes flared. But in that moment, her life was calm. Her laughter returned to the hallways. Her sleep was peaceful again. Her home felt like home. The real victory for Teyana was the calm she had fought so hard to give her daughter. She didn't fight through public drama or social media battles. She never used Junie as leverage or acted out of spite. Instead, she stayed present, listened, and trusted her daughter's voice when it mattered most. Her choices came from a pure kind of love, one not bound by DNA or last names. Real love is proven through actions, steady presence, and quiet protection that doesn't ask for applause. Aaron earned Junie's trust not by demanding it, but by showing up without expectation, ready whenever she needed him, through every challenge and uncertain moment. The courtroom revealed one truth. Children know who is real. Even if they can't explain it, they feel who protects them, who listens, and who brings calm without seeking credit. And in a noisy world of debates and headlines, sometimes the quietest voices speak the loudest. Junie's truth came in a whisper. I feel safe with Aaron. That was all that mattered. Rumors swirled online. Some saw Aaron as just a father figure. Others imagined wedding bells. Teyana didn't feed the gossip. She shared a simple video of Junie at the piano, her small fingers on the keys, Teyana laughing softly in the background. The caption was honest. This was real life, not a headline. Aaron wasn't temporary. Without any announcement, he had become part of their everyday world. Junie's choice was her own. No pressure, no coaching, no competition. With him, she never felt stuck between parents, only safe and cared for. True love, especially a mother's, shows in quiet consistency. Children always know who's truly there, and Junie's whisper carried louder than any story. I feel safe with Aaron. Subscribe for more.